Alright, gonna do some Southwest steak bowls with some avocado corn salsa and some cilantro lime rice. So, first of all, let's put this aside. Start off with the rice. It should take the longest. So just got a tablespoon of butter. Now let's just start cutting. If we got a cup. Oh, guess we'll call that a cup. Get the water ready for it. Just gonna toast this until it's nutty. Rice has got a little bit of color on it, a little translucent. Let's add our water. Then I'll cover, keep that on high. Just gonna wait until that boils. And then once it boils, I will turn it down to low, let it go for probably about 20 minutes or so. So go ahead and get our corn salsa going. Just got a can of corn here. Excuse me, Felix. Alright, so I just got that completely drained. This is the dish I'm gonna put it in. Okay, corn in there, and then what I'll do is I'm just gonna chop up jalapeno, got a Roma tomato, and then probably do about a quarter of this onion. Just chop everything up. Rice is boiling now, so just turn that all the way down to low. Make sure there's still flame. Just gonna get the majority of the pith out. You don't have to get all of it. It's supposed to be where the heat and the jalapeno is, so. Throw these away and then start on the tomato. Just gonna take out the insides. It's a little more watery. I don't think it's super flavorful, so that's why I'm going to take it out. Okay, and then I'll throw these away and start on the onion. We just use about a slice of this onion. I don't know, maybe a third of the onion, if that. Maybe an eighth. It's probably closer to an eighth. Just trying to hold everything together with my fingers. Just sliced it radially, and then just for a small dice. All right. Put the rest of the onion back in the bag, throw this away. I'm gonna take half of this lime. Just use the juice. And I'll save the other half for the cilantro lime rice. Almost forgot a little bit of cilantro. Should be enough. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Probably about a handful. Or palmful, that is. That should work. Got everything in there with the cilantro now, so I haven't really mixed everything up, but this is where I'll go ahead and add in some of the seasonings. So just start off with some salt. A little bit of garlic, cumin. Not a big fan of cumin, so just a little bit. Chili powder. Just a light sprinkle, and then a little bit of MSG. Just mix to combine. I think I'll actually just put the avocado in a separate bowl. That way, if we do have some leftover corn salsa, and the avocado separate, that way don't get any brown avocado in. So just leave this to sit and kind of marinate. Let some of the juices go. I'll put that in the fridge until ready for dinner. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started on the steak now. Just got a New York strip here. Just start by trimming up some of this fat. And then I think that decided just gonna do this in some cubes. Let's see here. Cubes if possible. They might kind of turn into little rectangles, but that's okay. Hi Felix, I know you're interested. Alright, this one won't be a cube or a rectangle, but we'll just cut it into some pieces. And I got a bowl here. So cut these in strips, and then I'll cut them the other way. Some of them got a little gray just from defrosting. It will be just okay. So, a little unconventional, but I'm going to do a little bit of cornstarch at the end, just because when I come in with some of these seasonings, especially the salt, it'll want to pull a little bit of water, or a little bit of moisture, at least out of these steaks. So just going to add some of the cornstarch to kind of try and circumvent that. So, pretty decently on the salt. Garlic powder. Hint of cumin. Chili powder. paprika. Got that blackened seasoning out, but I think everything that I got here should be good. Onion powder. MSG. And cornstarch. Just kind of the sprinkle to cover. It'll help kind of like in the browning process. Absorb some of that moisture while everything's seasoned. I'm just gonna wash this off. Help get almost like a little bit of crust on the outside. Then I'm just gonna mix everything together. After mixing, I'm actually going to add just a extra sprinkle of cornstarch. Perfect. So the steak should be ready to saute. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and clean everything up. I think the rice is pretty much done, so just got to saute this and should be kind of ready to plate up after that. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do the lime and cilantro for the rice. Just do those in wedges. I just want a hint of cilantro in the rice, so. That honestly should be enough. It's not much, it's probably, I don't know, 10, 15 leaves or something like that. Just gonna go over it a few times just to make sure everything's into some smaller pieces. That should be fine. Alright, so for the steak, just got about a tablespoon of butter and then just a little drizzle of olive oil in there. Just gonna try and get this up to heat a little bit. I've got the pot just to try and make a little bit less of a mess when I'm cooking the steak. Alright, the butter and the oil should be warm now. It's bubbling. What I'll do is I'll take one piece just to kind of see how warm it is. See how it didn't really sizzle, so just gonna wait till that sounds like it's sizzling before I put the rest in. Try another one. Yeah, they're getting some seasoning now. Or not seasonings, some sear. So I'll go ahead and add the rest in. And then try and spread these out on the bottom. Thing wants to kind of stick together because of the cornstarch I put in them, but try and find everybody a home. Be good. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and let them just sit there rather than just stirring them around. If you stir them around, not going to really get any kind of crust on them. Just basically letting them sit and leaving them alone. Try and get a little bit of crust if I can. I've got this probably about medium high. Just going to let this sit for probably about 30 seconds to a minute and a half. Alright, so the steak's going on that one side. While that's going and I'm leaving it alone, go ahead and put the cilantro and the lime in this rice. Not like a super strong flavor, just kind of a hint of the lime and the cilantro. Fork. Fluff this rice and kind of mix everything together. Alright. Cover that back up. Now I just turn the heat off. So these should have a decent amount of crust. They've been going for probably about 2 minutes or so. It looks like 2-3 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this back a little bit. It's a little hot. Just like to stir everything there. Obviously, they've been sitting on that one side. You've got the oil in the pan. They're going to be releasing a little bit of moisture. So if you flip them over, might get a little bit of grease popping and stuff like that. That's the reason, kind of why I like to use the higher pan. Okay, just going to go ahead and turn the heat off now. I'm trying to shoot for a little bit of pink, I guess, in the center. That's not going to work out too well. Just kind of a quick sear. Smells really good. Really mostly on that one side, and then the other side, depending on how much you want it done. It goes pretty quickly. Take a bite of one of these and see if I can't show you the inside. It's kind of the crust you get on it. I don't know if you can see that too well. And then really turned out kind of like a medium inside. Alright, for the avocado. Just cross hatching it. Do the same on the other. And then just gonna season that up. Let's do garlic and some salt. I'm just gonna assemble everything. Scoop of rice, maybe 2, with a little bit of steak. Probably about half of that steak or so. Felix is hoping I drop a piece. Salsa. I should have used a different utensil. Avocado. And then you can also serve with some cheese, but that should be how everything kind of turns out. So enjoy.